Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a backtesting video on a model that I've pretty much found lately that I find to be very easy to trade. Pretty high win rate as well. I'm sure you can get like a 75 to 80% win rate out of this. It's literally the easiest model and it takes pretty much no discretion and no brain power to understand. It's pretty much two simple rules: 5-minute turtle soup, displacement. That's pretty much it. I'm going to show you on the charts what it looks like. So if you're a beginner trader and you want to get into trading, you don't really have a model, this is a model that you guys can backtest and look at on the charts. So I'm going to show you this real quick. So I just picked a random month. I picked August 2025. I did the little random month generator, put my chart colors up. We're going to aim for around a 75 to 80% win rate. That's what I'm going to try my best to aim for. All right, so we're going to go on the 5-minute chart. Okay, let me sync the time frames. There we go. All right, so 5-minute chart, we're looking for 5-minute turtle soup paired with displacement. And we're going to target around a 1-to-1. So we have a draw on liquidity here. Oh, we've already taken that out. Okay. So here we have internal turtle soup, internal displacement. I'm going to enter a long here. And then there you go. There is your 1-to-1. Pretty much right there. As you start to see some displacement, you can trail. But there's your 1-to-1 closing right there. Internal turtle soup, displacement, beautiful. Next day. Now this works best in AM session with proper manipulation. So not like these little internal lows, but like an actual proper high or proper low. Okay, next day, very choppy, nothing there. Not really seeing too much. No. Actually, that would have worked out here. You enter short here. As you can see, 5-minute turtle soup displacement. That would have given you a 1-to-1.7. But that's okay. We'll fade that one for right now. We'll go to the next day. Still kind of choppy. Make sure. Okay, no draws on liquidity were taken out there. Nothing yet. Kind of just displacing higher. Probably not the best month. All right, next day. But when it happens, I'm telling you, it's very good. Like here, turtle soup, displacement. And you'll see how this, I'm going to have to show stop loss eventually. But yeah, I mean, one candle take profit. You're going to have to trail. I mean, on the 1-minute chart, you can have your stop loss, let's say like here or here. Giving you a very good RR, but we'll close there because the first draw on liquidity is right there. And that ends up working out very nicely. All right, next day. No turtle soup. Okay, we did turtle soup right here. Gonna wait a little bit. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. We are delivering lower right now. Turtle soup at the high. Waiting for proper displacement. I can try this, but it's a little risky because we do have a draw on liquidity right here. So maybe like stop loss here. Okay, that ends up giving us a beautiful 1-to-1. As you can see. 1-to-1 beautifully met right there. If I can just close, I don't want to set take profit. Oh my god, okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back a candle. There we go. Take profit at a 1-to-1 right there. Bang. Okay. Turtle soup, rebounds out of this rejection block here. Displacement out of it, 1-to-1. Banger. Next day. All right, so we're seeing internal turtle soup. We're seeing displacement. I'm going to try this. I'm going to put stop loss below the manipulation. Okay, well, that's exactly why you have proper stop loss placement below the manipulation. There's your crazy trade, $10,000 trade. I didn't mean to hold this long. First draw on liquidity would have been here, but hey, that works out. Okay, so 5-minute, oops, 5-minute turtle soup, displacement, stop loss below the manipulation wick because this is your rejection block. Hence why price never went below it and rejected off of it. Next day. And try to avoid like little turtle soups at these internals. Try to focus on significant draws on liquidity. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Next day. Turtle soup, no displacement. We do have turtle soup at these lows and we are getting some displacement. I can try this. It's just not my favorite because the draw on liquidity is not the best. Oh wait, oh I thought we had an SMT. Yeah, unfortunately, no, that was not the best trade. I'm not gonna lie, like at all, because the draw on liquidity is such an internal low. That still ended up working out though. I mean, if I would have entered off the first displacement candle, see, I would have gotten. Oh, I actually would have gotten a 1-to-1 off the first one. That's my bad. All right, I'm gonna retry this. I'm not gonna try and go for double trades because it's a little bit riskier. But oh wait, wait. SMT, shit. I didn't realize. I'm sorry. We had that right there. SMT at these highs. Like I said, we got to close at SMT. Close out your SMT right here. Boom. As you can see, SMT. And then still would have worked out for a 1-to-1 here. But still, got to close at SMT. So we made back that little loss that we had. And we pay a little bit more attention to the SMTs though, as they are pretty prevalent on the 5-minute. Nah, this is bad. Not seeing anything here. No clean manipulation. Yeah, next day. No turtle soup. No turtle soup. No turtle soup. Nope. Oh. Small turtle soup at these highs here with displacement. No, I'm not seeing anything on this day. Okay, next day. All right, so we have turtle soup displacement. We're going to try this here. Stop loss there. There's your take profit in not 1 minute, a couple 5-minute candles. So you can see first take profit there. I don't know why it's hidden. There you go. Turtle soup here at the lows. Displacement higher, 5-minute disrespect. Take profit at the high. Beautiful trade. Next day. Nope, no turtle soups anywhere. We do have turtle soup at this low here. If I can mark that out. See how we react here. All right, we're going to try this. It isn't a downtrend. Yeah, not the best. Not the best because oh wait. Okay, no. It wasn't the best because we were in a downtrend, but it was still something to try out. Not bad though. Next day. Not seeing anything here. Okay. Turtle soup at the high. We're getting some displacement here. I'm going to try this. Boom. Take profit in 1 candle. Enter short there. 1-to-1 right there. Enter short. There you go. Boom. That simple. Next. Next day. Not my favorite. Turtle soup there. No displacement. Nothing telling us it wants to go higher. Chop. Next day. Trash. Price action. Nope, nothing there. Oh, shoot. I missed a trade. Crap. I missed a trade because I skipped it too fast. But this is a trade right here. Sorry, sometimes I doze off and I skip too fast. But you could have entered something like this right here. Target A 1-to-1. As you can see, that works out beautifully. Turtle soup, displacement, disrespect. I just skipped it too fast. My bad. I'm going to go a little bit slower. It's late. I'm tired, but this is something that works. Turtle soup there. I can try short here, targeting this internal low right there. Oh, I got stopped out one candle. My bad. I got it, bro. I got to set stop loss there. SMT. I didn't realize the SMT. Like I said, I'm a little tired. SMT here. I should not have taken that trade. That's totally fine. Let's see if we can potentially make that back. Oh, this thing is moving. Stop. All right, I'm going to try this here for the... Oh, we do have an SMT. Gotta close that SMT. But that's fine. We still got our draw on liquidity right here for this trade right here. That gave us a 1-to-1. Nice. Nice. Turtle soup at the highs, displacement, 1-to-1. And then that ends up... Oh, let's see. We have another turtle soup here with displacement. Nope. We're sticking to our one trade right there. Turtle soup displacement, but we're super premium on the day. I'm going to wait a little bit here. We do have another turtle soup displacement in which it worked out for that internal draw. Sorry, my phone's blowing up. All right, I'm going to try this. Something like this here. All right, that gave us our 1-to-1 right there. As you can see, 1-to-1 gets met. Let's see if I can just teep there. There we go. Perfect take profit. Candle body closure right on the 1-to-1. But yeah, so we had turtle soup at the highs here. Displacement, rebalance inside of this RB. Displacement out of it. 5-minute disrespect. I kind of wanted to wait for this 5 minutes to get disrespected before anything. But as you can see, that works out beautifully for the draw on liquidity down there. Next trade. Nope, no turtle soup. Do have turtle soup at these lows here, but we just took out a draw. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Holy, okay. Next day. All right, I'm gonna try this here. Bang. Beautiful. Take profit at the highs here. That gives you a beautiful trade right there. 1-to-1 at that high. Now, once you see that rebalance displacement, you could trail your stop loss here, giving you a much better RR. But turtle soup at the lows, displacement, 5-minute disrespect. These are the best type of setups I like to see during this time. The best. Turtle soup there. We're getting some displacement. I'm going to try this. We'll see how that works. Put stop loss there just in case. Unfortunately, did get stopped out there. Now, I'm not going to trade this again. Going to stay hands off. But we did have an SMT. So if you were in that long, again, you would have to close around here at that SMT. That's okay. 73% win rate. It's not terrible. It still gives you like a decent good win rate though. You know? I also took 15 trades. Not terrible, but as you guys can see, it's literally the easiest model ever. It's not my personal model that I trade. It's not the TTP model, since I'm intraday in 1 minute and I look at a bunch of other confluences. But this is a model that you guys can go back test. Go look out on the charts. It does work out pretty well. If I do bring up a chart example, I'm sure I can show you something real quick. Let's go in the 5 minute. Okay, here's an example right off rip. Manipulation at the lows in the form of turtle soup. Displacement. Stop loss here, here, and then this trade is continuously working out. As you see that rebalance displacement, you try your stop loss, and that you're already over a 1-to-1 at that point. So yeah, I mean, it works out super well. Let's see if I can find more examples. Right here, turtle soup at the lows, rebalance displacement. Take that here. As you can see, that works out for the draws on liquidity. Just like that, banger. Another one right here. Turtle soup at the lows, displacement higher. Target the draw on liquidity. There's probably an SMT. There was some news right here. I don't know what that news is. If it wasn't for news, that probably would have worked out. Oh yeah, we did have an SMT. So as you can see, we had an SMT right here, in which you would close right there. Okay, still would have worked out. I mean, this literally happens like all the time. Go on your chart, go and identify it, literally all the time. If I can delete that. Okay, right here. Turtle soup at the lows, displacement higher. Any entries here would have been good. This was actually a New York game session today. Boom, there you go. Take profit at the highs. Gave you 120 points pretty much. All right, let's find more examples real quick just for the hell of it. This one didn't really work out, but this is also 815. You shouldn't really be trading this time. Manipulation, displacement, unfortunately did not really work out here. Let's see if there's any like micro SMT. Yeah, there was micro SMT. So on the 1 minute, we had SMT at this high right here. So as you can see, there's always going to be like some type of reasoning for why your trade fails. But as you can see, that same high right here on ES, it's gotten taken out. Failed to do so on NQ, so it didn't work out. This model also works on the 1 minute as well, but it's very prevalent on the 5 minute. Turtle soup here. There you go. That works out right there. Turtle soup at the lows, displacement higher. You could have taken a trade anywhere here. There's your 1 to 3 for 100 points. Every single day this works out. Here, a couple more examples. Actually, a bunch of examples. There's like 4 examples right here. Turtle soup at the highs. We rebalance and we start to displace. Put your entries there. Take profit at the first low, a 1-to-1, or at those lows right there. As you can see, works out. Next trade right here. You can literally ping pong this. Manipulation, turtle soup on the 5 minute, displacement, draw on liquidity at the highs. There's your 1-to-1 right there, banger. Same thing. Turtle soup at the highs, rebalance displacement. Take this, stop loss there. There's a 1-to-1, 1 to 1.4. First draw on liquidity. Target anywhere within this range. That would have worked out. Another one right here. Turtle soup at the highs, displacement lower. I mean, like, come on. This is ping pong at this point. Bang. Right here for this low. Could have played the reversal off of that. Bang. Turtle soup. Displacement. Stop loss here. target the first draw on liquidity. Didn't really get a 1-to-1 out of that, but as you can see, what happens up here. Turtle soup, rejection block, it holds, displacement. So as you guys can see, it works. It maintains around a 70 to 80% win rate. Depends on how you trade it, how many trades you want to take. But it works, it works, it works. So you guys can go ahead in your chart. You can back test this, see, forward test this as well. There's another banger trade right here. Turtle soup on the 5-minute, displacement, target the highs. So there you go. There's a little bit of sauce for you guys if you're new to trading and you want like a simple model to trade, or even if you're experienced in trading and you hate your model, you guys can trade this model as well. So it works out super well. Any longs right here would have worked out here. Draw liquidity up here, 150 points pretty much. Banger. I'm trying to find an example where it failed. It's kind of harder now. Another one right here. Turtle soup at the lows. Displacement. 150 points. Because the whole reasoning, the whole thought process behind this model is because if we have turtle soup, right? If we have manipulation in the form of a rejection wick, that's kind of the market telling you like, okay, we want to just manipulate fast and we want to just go to the draw on liquidity faster. So if we get that rejection wick manipulation and we get displacement, so we have a lot of buyers or sellers, depending on where you're going in the market, a lot of buyers or sellers step into the market, that just shows you that we want to go in that opposite direction. Now, yes, this could be considered pattern trading, of course, but at the end of the day, a lot of models are considered pattern trading. But if you're gonna pattern trade a high win rate pattern trading model. My model that I trade is not pattern traded on the 1-minute. My TTP model, the model that I'm very familiar with and that I teach my students, it's not technically pattern traded, but yeah, this is a good model and it works. Go on your chart, like I said, back test it, get comfortable with it if you want. Here's another example. Turtle soup, displacement, anywhere here, long. Stop loss there. Target the draw on liquidity, 61 points at a 2.27 RR, right? Now you want to look for clean draws on liquidity to get manipulated instead of like little internals like this. Little internal highs, these are going to have lower probable reversals. Look for clean draws on liquidity. For instance, here, come down, we sweep out these lows. We then displace higher, rebalance inside of the rejection block right here at consequent encroachment. Displacement off of it. There's your long entry. And then there you go. There's 300 points at a 9 RR. Okay, 302 points at a 9.45 RR. Not saying you'd ever target this, but I'm just saying it works out, and it works out well. Trying to find like a failed example for you guys. I don't know, but you guys get the gist of it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm going to see you guys later. All right, peace out. So I'm just going to get a random month going on here real quick. All right, June 2025. Let's lock that in. Let's name this 5-minute turtle soup. Put in our symbols real quick. So I'll have ES on the left and we'll have NQ on the right because we're going to look for SMT just in case we need to close. So we'll start on Monday at 9:30. There we go. Lock that in. All right. Now I'm going to load up my chart colors real quick. Just give me 1 second. Let me add them up. All right. We are pretty locked in now. There we go. So let's get this started. All right. So we're seeing a lot of displacement here. No really true entries or anything like that. We have a draw on liquidity that we just swept right here. No turtle soup yet though. Put this on the 5-minute. There we go. All right, so we have 5-minute displacement here. All right, I'm going to enter a long position here. We have a stop loss there. We're going to target a 1-to-1 or close at SMT. There we go. So we can pretty much close. Oops. We can close here at SMT. So we had our stop loss there and we had our 1-to-1. but we do have an SMT at the highs, so I'm going to close here. But that ends up working out, and this will probably end up working out for the draw. There you go. Ends up working out for the draw right there. That's good. Let's go to the next day real quick. Okay, I'm not really seeing much here. No draws on liquidity swept. No 5-minute turtle soup. No displacement. Nope, nothing there either. Nope. All right, this will probably be a no trade day because the highest probable setups are going to be during the New York game session. So we want to be wary of that. Draw on liquidity up here. There's a 5-minute turtle soup. We have displacement. I'm going to wait a little bit. All right. Disrespected CE. Now, originally, I'm going to have stop loss there, but we're going to trail once we start to see some better displacement higher. Just like that. Trail stop loss. But now we do have an SMT at this high. So that has given us a beautiful little, pretty much like a 1-to-1. Now I'm going to want to close here because of that SMT. But that ends up working out a little bit higher, giving you a better RR for about a 1 to 1.4. 1 to 1, yeah, 1 to 1.4. But that was good. Very solid trade, giving us a 1-to-1. We have displacement. We have consequent encroachment disrespected of this 5-minute gap. Target a 1-to-1. Beautiful. Let's go on the next day. Okay, we have turtle soup at this low here. No true displacement. Nothing yet. There's displacement. Now I'm gonna enter along here. It's not my favorite trade, only because we didn't have immediate reaction displacement. Holy crap. Okay. Proper stop loss placement played out perfectly. We do have an SMT in which we're gonna have to close. As you can see, we had SMT here, but very proper stop loss placement. That gave us a beautiful like 1-to-1. I'll just close here at a 1 to 1.2. But wow. That's why it's really important to have stop loss placement. You can't just have it like randomly anywhere. You have to have it in like an actual good area. Hence why we didn't get stopped out there. Good trade. Go to the next day. Anything up here? We have a draw on liquidity up here. Okay, we have a turtle soup at this low right here. No displacement yet. Got a 5-minute gap right in here. There we go. So I'm going to try long here. We are pretty premium on the day, but this could potentially work out. Beautiful. I got to set my take profit. That's my bad. Take profit at that draw on liquidity. Stop loss here. Giving us, it's a little bit negative RR, but once you start to see some displacement higher, you can trail your stop loss around here. And you can see take profit in 1 minute. And then that also would have worked out for shorts as well, right here. If you went short right around somewhere in this candle displacing, stop loss there, take profit there, that also would have worked out beautifully. Let's go next day. Turtle soup displacement. I'm not going to enter along here just because my RR will be like absolutely skewed, but this will probably work out. Yep, we took out those highs right there. Beautiful. Now, unfortunately, I did not enter that trade just because of the RR, but that was probably the most optimal trade for this day. All right, I'm not gonna try this. I was gonna try this here, but we would have a SMT. Now that would have actually worked out. Even a 1-to-1 beautifully would have worked out here. All right, that's fine. 2 trades missed on this day, unfortunately, but we'll go to the next one. We do have a 5-minute turtle soup at this high. It's just not my favorite high. Like you want a clean manipulation. We do have a turtle soup here, just not my favorite form of manipulation. That also would have worked out too. this right here, targeting the highs, stop loss here. That would have been beautiful. I'm kind of fading these. I'm not going to lie. These are clean trades though. Nothing here. All right, 5-minute turtle soup displacement. We can try this. No PD rate disrespect, lower probable. Yeah. No PD rate disrespect, so it was a little bit lower probable. Let's see if we could potentially frame something here. All right, I'm going to try this. Now, I don't like taking two trades like this, as it is lower probable, but we can still try it. All right, seeing good displacement here. Stop loss can get trailed. This gives us a beautiful, pretty much a 1-to-1. Yeah. So 1-to-1 there. Let me see if I can, oh shit, I didn't close, sorry. 1-to-1 gets met literally right there. Beautiful. Set our take profit. Bang. 1-to-1 off of this, we had displacement, and we also did have an SMT, so beautiful close as well. SMT there, and then you can see price action reverses off of that SMT. Beautiful. Next day. This looks like a continuation day. No draws were swept. All right, it's much later in the day now. Becomes much lower probable. No, SMT, I'm not going to try this, but that ended up actually did working out right here. That ended up working out. We had SMT, or so we had manipulation at the low in the form of turtle soup. We created this rejection block. We displaced out of it. Any longs here actually would have been beautiful, but I just didn't like how we had an SMT. So I'm going to stay hands off on this day as well. Turtle soup there. Displacement. See, if I enter long here, I have a risk of getting stopped out due to SMT. Yeah, see, I don't want to risk that. I'm good. Next day. Got to be very careful of these SMTs because they do actually work. Turtle soup displacement. I can try this. Bang. There's take profit in 1 minute or 5 minutes, I should say. There you go. There's your 1-to-1. Let's see. I just want to see where this runs. So this ends up running all the way towards the draw on liquidity. Like that right there. Bang. That gives you a 1-to-2. As you can see, we had turtle soup at these lows. Turtle soup, displacement, order block gets created. Rebalance out of the order block, displacement out of it. Beautiful trade. Next day. Not turtle soup. Avoiding that. We do have turtle soup at that internal high, and we're starting to get some displacement. I might try this here for a 1-to-1. Okay, I have to close here due to SMT. That gives us almost a 1-to-1 right there, as you can see, but watch, this SMT is going to have to, we're probably going to hold here. Maybe not. Maybe we can go to this draw. Beautiful. There we go. There's the draw on liquidity right there, giving us a 1-to-1.38. Stop loss at the manipulation high of this turtle soup here. And for you guys don't know, turtle soup is when the wick is the manipulation and the bodies do not go above the manipulation. Meaning, if the body were to close above like this, that would be a liquidity sweep and we would avoid that. But since it's just the wicks, it tends to pretty much act as a good reversal, especially on the 5-minute. Oh shoot, what happened here? I accidentally, there we go. Let's go to the next day. Okay, so we have turtle soup here. We have displacement. I'm going to try this. See, no PD or disrespect. Oh, SMT. Let's see. That works out for the draw, though. Right here. So that works out. This trade right here. Banger. There you go. There's your 1-to-1.67. 1-to-1.64. Sorry. 52 points out of that. Turtle soup at the lows here. Displacement out of that. Banger. Let me make sure no turtle soup. Okay. Okay. We do have turtle soup. We do have displacement. I'm going to try long here, but I'm going to trail after displacement. Ah. Probably will get stopped out here. Unfortunate. Got stopped out there. We didn't have any SMT. We do have another turtle soup here. Let's see if we can potentially make that back. Nah, nothing there. Next session. That's fine. Got these lows here. Turtle soup here. Getting some good displacement. I kind of missed the entry right there. Unfortunately, I'm just going to fade this. Yeah, that ended up working out nicely for that draw on liquidity right there. I accidentally fat fingered and skipped it a little too much, but this right here, this turtle soup displacement actually would have been beautiful. Even this one right here could have worked out. Turtle soup displacement, target the first internal draw on liquidity for this internal high. That also could have worked out, but unfortunately I did fat finger this. And I didn't want to enter too close and have something like this here and target past the draw on liquidity, but that's okay. Let's see if we could potentially take something. Oh wait, no, it's the next day. Okay. Not the problem. You guys can understand this model. It's so simple. It's so easy. I think anybody in the world can trade this model. We do have internal turtle soup here. Just gonna kind of fade that. Not the best. Nothing here either. I mean, this could have worked out. Turtle soup at the highs, displacement. Potentially could have taken shorts here. But I didn't want to hold past the draw on liquidity, so that's okay. I am fading a lot of these setups, but they are kind of clean. All right, I'm gonna. It's already, yeah, it's too late in the session. Let's go next day. Wow. So turtle soup displacement there worked out, but it was a little too premature. Turtle soup displacement, still waiting. Oh, shoot. Okay. Turtle soup at the lows, displacement higher here. I have to have a very large stop loss for this one. There we go. Stop loss gets trailed here. And we've already smacked our 1-to-1 right there. So originally here, it was negative RR, but as soon as we start to see that displacement higher, we can trail our stop loss. And then you can see, bang, that works out. That gives us a 1 to 1.7. And also the draw on liquidity right here. There's your take profit at a 1 to 2 point, oh, sorry, at 2.35 RR. So we have turtle soup here, displacement, IFG. You honestly could have caught an entry off this rebalance here if you wanted better RR. But that honestly was a beautiful trade. That works out really, really nicely. All right, let's go to the next session. We do have turtle soup at these highs, but I don't like how many wicks there are. I'm going to stay hands off here. This is a very manipulative day, I can already tell. All right, I'm going to take this for the first internal draw on liquidity. There you go. Oops, I didn't say take profit. Longs, stop loss here. Take profit at the highs. Slightly negative RR. But we had turtle soup there. Displacement, IFG. That's why I wanted to take it. And that works out there beautifully. All right, next trade. All right, so we do have a turtle soup here. We are getting some displacement. I want to see this CE get disrespected. Oh, it did get disrespected. All right, we could potentially try this here. Ooh, let me put stop loss here. Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunately stopped on that one. That's okay. We are pretty premium on the day, I can't lie. Let's see if we can potentially take something to make that back. Okay. All right, I'm gonna try this. It's not my favorite because we're a little bit later in the day. All right, but that ends up actually banging. Surprisingly, that ends up ripping. Take profit at that internal high right there. Oh shoot, I didn't say take profit. I'll just close. But that gives you a 1-to-1. As you can see right here, we have turtle soup at the lows. Close that trade out. First internal draw on liquidity here. It got like pretty much tapped and then edged, but that gives you a 1-to-1. Turtle soup, displacement, target 1-to-1. Beautiful. Next trade. Not really seeing anything here. We have these internal draws taken out, but not my favorite. It did actually end up working out. Turtle soup displacement. No PDR disrespect. All right, taking out those draws. I'm going to try this here. We do look bullish though. Yeah, unfortunately did look bullish on this one. But we did have that turtle soup displacement that unfortunately got failed there. Let me see something. Probably like micro SMT on the 1 minute. Yeah, like micro SMT at these internal lows on the 1 minute. But we're not focused on the 1 minute, so that's fine. We'll go to the next day. So probably get like a 70% win rate, it's my guess. But it's still decent. It's an easy model that any of you guys can trade. No. Next day, I'm not seeing anything here. Not turtle soup. Unless it was, let me see. Not really. Kind of, but not really. Not the best form of turtle soup. I want to see like turtle soup immediate reaction displacement. Yeah, there's news next day. Or that gives you a 73% win rate. It's not terrible, but it's such an easy model that you guys can trade. And you can frame really high quality setups if you only target PDRA disrespect for your entries. Meaning, so we get 5-minute turtle soup plus a PDRA disrespect, like a 5-minute fair value gap, like a SIBI or a BISI. And then you enter a long, and then you take your profit at a 1-to-1. But as you can see, easy day, or easy month, I should say. 73% win rate is good. It's not bad. Obviously, this is such a simple, easy model. It really doesn't take any type of confluences at all. You just target your 1-to-1 or your first draw on liquidity and close that SMT. Okay, so 5-minute turtle soup, displacement, 1-to-1, or target your first draw on liquidity. This isn't my personal model that I trade, but it's a model that can help you guys if you want to get started into trading and have a very good high win rate model that can easily get you payouts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little backtesting session. It was very quick, very simple. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace.